but this pointed right at the legitimacy of the entire franchise. If that's right, what can be done to shine a light on the illegitimacy of the way that Khamenei has carried forward the role of Velayat-e Faqih? What can be done to say this is corrupt, this is immoral, this is not religion? Mm-hmm. He is a power-hungry dictator, not a religious figure, a divine figure. Can you speak to that issue?
Yes, thanks. You are totally right in this. And I think the solution comes from inside Iran and from outside Iran. When we are talking about Shiism, Iran, or the Iranian regime claims they are the leader of Shiism in the world. Iran is the leader of Shiism in the world. And they built that on their own ideology that was created after 1979, which is Wilayat al-Mutlaq Faqih, which is the superior leadership, the total or ultimate superior leadership, Wilayat al-Mutlaq Faqih. And that is something new in Shiism and never been really challenged inside and outside Iran for different reasons. So if you want to bring this down, you have to work inside and outside. The religious leaders and clerics inside Iran have the duty to challenge that. There's something new in Shiism. This is one. Second, outside the Shiism, or Shia outside Iran, for example, in Iraq, Bahrain, Lebanon, they have to differentiate between Shiism and the Khomeini Shiism, the pure Shiism and Khomeini Shiism. There is huge difference. The Khomeini Shiism is a political Shiism and religious Shiism. They use the religion for political reason. They killed Shia inside Iran, and they helped Armenia against Azerbaijan, which is a Shia state. 90% of Azerbaijani people are Shia, not Sunnis. And they attacked the Shia in Azerbaijan for what? Because they are different political agenda. They are against kind of nationalistic joined with religious ideology. This is, I think, very important. And we have to differentiate between Qom and Najaf and Karbala. Qom became now a very important place for Shia. This is after 1979 mostly. The homeland, if we call it the homeland of Shiism, is not in Qom, in Najaf. And 2 or 3 minutes to talk about what you mentioned about how can we put more pressure on Iranian regime. I have maybe 4 or 5, up to 6 points, very quickly. Very quickly. First, I think there is a common ground between all the different oppositions, whether inside or outside. They have to work together and work on these common elements against the Iranian regime. Second, IRGC, and some people mentioned in the previous session, has to be put on the list of terrorist organizations. Third, cutting Iranian arms outside Iran. Hezbollah, Houthis, terrorist organization in Bahrain, in Iraq, and different. We have to push back against the Iranian regime in this element. Fourth, I think it's pressure from international community. Iran has committed many crimes. Yes. Attacked diplomatic missions, whether inside Iran or outside Iran. American embassy in Kuwait and Lebanon, Saudi embassy twice, British embassy, Canadian embassy, you call it. And nobody does anything against that. They also attacked diplomats outside and inside Iran. One of them was a Saudi who was killed in Iran in 1987, and many others in Karachi and different parts of the world. They attacked, they committed many terrorist operations outside Iran, in Argentina, in Saudi Arabia, in Africa, Nigeria, and different parts. Nobody challenged that. They have to be brought to the court, and they have to put, all the international community has to put pressure on Iranian regime on that. This is a very important, I think, issue when we are talking about Iranian regime. And very last point, people think there is conservatives and reformists in Iran when we are talking about Iranian regime. And you mentioned that. When we are talking about the current system, no difference between Khatami or Rouhani from one side and Ahmadinejad, Khamenei, or whoever comes later on. No difference. They are from one small circle, doesn't represent Iranian people. For example, when the people went to the street in 2009, they said, where is my vote? They were not asking for really vote. They were against the Iranian regime, the whole Wilayat al-Faqih. But that was an excuse to go into the street and to demonstrate. So many of my friends in the United States asked them, why you think Rouhani is better than Ahmadinejad and you are celebrating and...
I don't understand. I think people should turn off their phones. Mine is off.
So why you support Rouhani and think he's better? They say he's the reformist and he can change the regime from within. And now it's proven that it's strong. No difference between Ahmadinejad and it's in the other side, the opposite. Rouhani is more dangerous than Ahmadinejad. Ahmadinejad was outspoken person. He used to say what really represents the Iranian regime and not with good smiling faces, and it does different things.
Thank you very much. So, Senator